Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And if you didn't go and watch the LOTRO battle right before this episode about finishing, we got the Mithril Axe back. You may want to go watch that. It had a pretty cool climactic little slow-mo ending. It was super cool. But anyway, we continue on today with a LOTRO tale. I hope you're having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. So here we go.
The battle may be over. Some stories have not had their endings.
We'll hear that again, but I finally settled with it's a Gold Dagner. Okay, so instead of, I was saying Gold Ner, I think it's Gold Dagner is how you're supposed to pronounce his name. That's after like 5 episodes. I think I finally have down what I want to call him, and now we're not going to talk to him anymore.
The battle may be over, but some stories have not had their endings.
The battle may be over, but some stories have not had their endings yet. We have had had victory, Zollin Ironshield and Voice of the Rings. At least so much victory as we had a right to expect. We cannot hold this fortress, and it may not be long before the enemy strikes back at us with such force as it will take to push us back across the river. Lothlorien will be attacked. Lothlorien will be attacked. That much is certain. But this is a victory. We have delayed that attack by even a single day. My heart tells me we have. And by keeping the eye of the enemy drawn to the doorstep of the fortress of the Nazgul, we have done what Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel wished us to do. The battle may be over for now, but some stories have not had their endings. That is the way of life, is it not? It has been my pleasure to fight alongside you, Zollin Ironshield, in this campaign. May your story go on and on. Goldagnir, you never showed up to any of the fights. We literally complained about that in like 3 of the battle playlist episodes. What? What are you talking about, Zollin? I was there the whole time supervising.
The assault of the Golden Host on Dol Guldur has achieved what Lord Celeborn sought: to delay the forces of the enemy from mounting their attack upon Lothlorien. And yet, not all stories are ended. And there is more to tell of the elves than dwarves.
We have done it! Well done. Alright. So.
When next you return to the 21st Hall, Bori desired that you visit him there.
The Golden Host has accomplished what is set out to do, Zollin Ironshield. We have delayed an attack by the forces of Dol Guldur, kept their attention focused upon the doorstep of the fortress, and proven strong our friendship with the dwarves of the Iron Garrison. We wait now for the next stroke to come, and must stand against it as best we may. The dwarves, Broin and Bori, have returned to Moria, bearing the Mithril Axe Ziegelberg. When next you return to the 21st Hall, Bori desired that you come visit him in the Chamber of Leadership. He wishes to discuss the final fate of the Mithril Axe. Sweet! You guys, we're at a big turning point in our series here. That means we're gonna hop back. I think we're done with the Southern Mirkwood chapter line. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the 21st Hall. I don't think I have a map back, unfortunately. You know what I will do is I'm going to teleport to our Kinship House. And I know that our Kinship House at Voice of the Rings, if you're on CrickHollow, you're welcome to join us sometime, has a teleportation, not teleportation, but it's a fast travel. It is that. A horse thing that I can take to a lot of the main places. So this is our Kinship House, by the way. But I'm going to summon him, and I believe I could take a fast travel to the 21st Hall. I think. Yep, there it is. Travel. Boom. We're here. We took a pony here. Not supposed to take a pony into the mines. What's happening? It's because we used that horse master, I'm pretty sure. All right, so let's go over to the Lit Chamber of Leadership, which is right over here, and talk with them real quick. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome. So exciting. So that means we're going to get to move on to the next leg of our journey with the chapters. Again, we're at the point where we're a little higher level than where we should be, because Mirkwood's like 65 to I think 70-ish, but a little under maybe. So we need to kind of move along with the chapters, because as you can see, the chapter's green for us right now. It's supposed to be a level 65 thing, so we're a little past it. Let's finish the story, shall we?
Thank you for coming back to Khazad-dûm, my friend.
Thank you for coming back to Khazad-dûm, my friend. It was a long journey for Browen and me, and we spoke at length concerning the Mithril Axe. It has brought us little but misery, and my cousin convinced me that it could still do great harm in the future if wielded. Truth be told, I did not need much convincing. I have seen firsthand the recklessness the axe stirs in the hearts of those who wield it. My stay in the dungeons of Dol Guldur speaks loudly of this point. Our fathers initially resisted, but have now grudgingly assented, yep, to our plan. The dwarves cannot retain possession of Ziggelberg. Speak to me again, and we will make this a reality. Alright, so it's the classic, we can't have it, it's too much power.
We will go together to see Browen and do what must be done.
The dwarves Bori and Browen have arrived at a momentous decision to return the mithril axe Ziegelberg to the place where it was found, never to be wielded by friend or foe again.
Oh. Rathwald. We have certainly come a long way since I enlisted your aid for the Iron Garrison. And have we not? Voice of the Rings and Zollin. This guy's from the very beginning of Moria. I don't know if you remember. This is episodes back. We're like talking 50, 60 episodes back. Who can say they expected you to be of such help to us? I must admit I did not. We dwarves of the Iron Garrison are gathering to witness the sealing of the Mithril Axe in the very depths of Nashgaraf. I am sure all will wish to speak with you as you make your way to Browen. Take your time, Zollin. I know many of the dwarves wish to speak with you. On your way. Okay, so we're gonna have some nostalgic moments here, everyone. We're gonna meet some of our friends along the way that will then lead us to the next adventures of Middle-earth. It is nostalgic. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm just kidding. But it is, it gives a little bit of shivers. It's kind of cool. We've gone so far. This, for me, is even more momentous, this moment, because we've come so far in my series here on the channel with you guys. So, like, it's like got a double nostalgic meaning for me. Yes, I have nostalgia from this original story when I played it when I was a young child, when I played this game, back when it was first out, of this part of the story, because it's older, right? The Moria, it was the second expansion to the game. And also with you guys doing this series that I've been doing well over a long time now. We're at the 200s, right, with the episodes? So it's kind of cool. Very good, my friend. I am glad you have come. I know it is important, Browen, that you be here. I remember still how you took it upon yourself to slay the Kraben that sought to spy on the Iron Garrison at our encampment just outside Holland Gate. Who knows what evils you forestalled that day, Zollin? Those filthy birds would report no news of our doings to the mysterious masters. Thank you. Thanks to you. And thanks to the dwarf who asked you to do it as well. Oh, I cannot remember now what to use to put those talons, but I'm sure it was a good one. It's months ago now in the story and in reality, right? When we made that episode, so it was both a long time ago and in the lore. All right, into the beautiful water. Look at this wonderful water animation. Oh, this looks so freaking good. Hopefully it looks good for you too. I'm recording in pretty high definition for you. It's war. These are all the guys that helped us at the beginning of the Iron Garrison, if you don't remember. My dwarves have called upon today to collapse the passage leading to Nar Garoth. Once the mithril axe has been left within, it is strange to me to be covering up a passage rather than uncovering it. Indeed, you helped my dwarves unearth the doors of Durin at the west gate, did you not? We have had much hardship since then, but look now at the glory of the Iron Garrison. The true work has only just begun. It will take several lifetimes of dwarves to restore the majesty of Khazad-dûm. So, lifetime of a dwarf, 300-400 years usually. So he's talking like 1,200 years at minimum, which is probably about what it would take. Well into the 4th Age. I have not seen you since we passed into Moria, Zollin. How has the legendary weapon I gave you from the relics unearthed in the region served? Hundi's brow furrows with disappointment at your answer. You had it reforged? Oh, I see. Well, that is something. The way of weapons, is it not? So, he gave me the original? Even so, it was my pleasure to start you on the path of discovering truly legendary items. Yes, thank you, because we actually do love legendaries in this game. Alright. No, 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 no. Oh. Swena! I remember this game. Watch your step, Zollin. The footing here is treacherous. Swena thinks for a moment and then laughs. Ha ha! Who am I to tell you what is treacherous? We first met when I boldly charged in the deepest reaches of the Silvertine Lodes to challenge a nest of goblins in combat. I could have landed myself admirably and was about to do so, but your intervention was still appreciated. But I do it again! Goblins beware! Freaking. Oh my gosh. You were gonna die. We saved your life. It's Willy. It's Willy! And stealing. Look, Willy. Isn't our counterpart Zollin Ironshield. You may not remember Zollin, but Willy and I launched the wait, hold on, I got it. Okay, I got it. Diversionary, there it is. Diversionary strike on the guarded junction while you and Bori faced off against Aspar in Stazgok. Gosh, these names. It was no easy thing, keeping orcs from returning while you were still within their camp, but we managed it. We performed enough great feats that day to keep 12 bards busy for a fortnight, didn't we, Willy? Oh, that we did, stealing! That we did! Slothy. As you can see, we managed to hold out against the orcs, Zollin. Thorgrun and I kept the supplies flowing to each of the Iron Garrison outposts within Khazad-dûm. You were a big part of our success in keeping the lines of supplies flowing, Zollin, and we thank you for it. Thorgy and I are both at your service, and your families, of course. Oh, thank you very much. I'm trying to do different voices for each one. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but try. Not that I need to point that out, but all right. Oh gosh, where am I supposed to go? Oh no, water's everywhere. Wah! La, da, da, da. Oh, dude, it's freaking Sigdan. Careful, Zollin, the water here is rapid. Oh, really? My cousin Spore is still on duty, scouting the approaches of the Chamber of the Crossroads, but I know that Spore appreciated your help, chasing down orc spies before the great battle. It was well done, Zollin, and it has been a pleasure working to reclaim the holds of Khazad-dûm with such a staunch ally as you. And you guys, Voice of the Rings, of course. Watch your feet! The water here is swift! Whee! Little Mario. Woohoo! Kaboo! I still like that I have my corgi with me. Might de-summon the corgi here. For a pony! No, I'm just kidding. Open. Oh. You're almost to Gafengura, Zollin. I did not think it would be this far, but Melmar here assumes me that it is close, assures me. You are Sir Melmar? Aye, aye, you are almost there. I know these flooded deeps, you say. None of you guys remember breaking in here and doing these puzzles to open this passageway with our series. But we did it. I don't know if it was on the LOTRO battle or the tail. I think it was on the LOTRO tail. Because I don't think it was a... I think it was a normal instance for the chapter. I don't think it was a skirmish or anything. Waffy! Look at us, Zollin! Did you ever think we would be in this place, about to leave a weapon of such power buried behind the great stone walls, never to be used? Is this the right course of action? Well, that is for Boise and Broga and their sons to decide. We do our duties as they assigned to us, and must trust that they know best. Did you doubt me when I sent you to salvage unusable weapons from all around Khazad-dûm? It was for a good cause, was it not? It was for the very survival of the Iron Garrison. Oh, thank you there, Waffy. Rink, Stronghammer. Aye, these tunnels will not be used by dwarves following this day. What tales will spring us up along our younger kin concerning our actions here, I wonder. Already I have told my boy of a great skill with which you dispatched goblin runners in the flooded deeps for me, Zollin. He is amazed at the number. To be truthful, I have forgotten how many it was. 50? 100? How many did you kill? Like 20? Who can remember anyway? I feel like he's making my tail a little bigger than it was. Oh, it's Strothkill. Strothkill. I have witnessed the sealing away of Ziegelberg myself, Zollin, and few of my dwarves could bear to come with me. The mithril axe was forged at the heart of fire during a time long past, and for it no longer to be wielded seems a great shame to me. I wonder that the axe has brought grief to the dwarves of the Iron Garrison, but as a forge master and a dwarf in whom burns the fire of craftwork, the moon above the mountains will set today upon a different world. It will be a lesser world that does not have Ziegelberg in it. Well, maybe. I don't know, me as Zollin, how I feel about that, but I can understand the sadness he'd have on that. I knew you would not miss this moment, Zollin. Dwarf that you are, it seems that adventure follows you wherever you pass. The fears of heroism we committed in the depths of Buzud Gash and in Rishdurendun are still a wonder to me. I just butchered that name. And will be until the end of days, I am sure. The tales of which we have been a part of will echo to the cavern heights of even the grandest ale hall of Khazad-dûm. Sing the song of the Orville Bellhammer and Zollin Ironshield the dwarf. They will say, which song will be the reply? So he thinks we'll have many songs. Well, I hope so. Hope you guys will sing many songs of Zollin Ironshield by subscribing and liking the video and leaving comments, so we're not lost in the depths of Khazad-dûm's algorithms. Boise! Aye, welcome back, Zollin Ironshield. Welcome to Khazad-dûm, Zollin, for the great service you have done my family, for rescuing my son from the dungeons of Dol Guldur. You will always have a home here if you want it. I know Brogar is not pleased with the idea of leaving Ziegelberg in the depths of Gnangaraf. untouched, but the mithril axe has brought us little but grief. I agree with my son and my nephew on this. Better the Ziegelberg never to have been found, I say. No, 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 no. No, no, it's Broga. Do you intend to go along with this foolish decision of my son and nephew to leave Ziegelberg here in the depths? This is a mistake, Zollin. I am certain any misfortune brought upon us by the mithril axe would have befallen us even without it. Well, seems like I might agree with Broger a little bit on that. Why abandon such a weapon? Surely we will have need of it again. Can you say we will not? To abandon such a weapon seems the height of foolishness to me, Zold Ironshield. He's all like disappointed. I like how they're showing like different thoughts to the different sides to an argument. I like it. It's well done story-wise. Here's Bori. Thank you for coming here, Zollin. Brorin is just ahead with Ziegelberg. It is for the best the mithril axe should remain unused from now on, left for all the ages of the world in the watery chamber where it was found. Brorin is just ahead, Zollin. Alright, let's go talk to him. This is a pretty awesome story. Oh man, this chamber never gets old. Look at that chamber. Look how cool it is. It's awesome. What a chamber. It's awesome. This is the last time I will stand within the walls of Gran Garoth, Zollin. I remember when I crawled, dripping and scarred out of the pool, and lay my eyes upon this flooded chamber, where it's not for Ziegelberg clutched in the hand of the dwarf Owen, friend of my grandfather's. I could not have kept the terrible beast of the pool at bay. So if you remember, he got pulled in by the Watcher, and the Watcher brought him into this room, and he got out of his clutches, and this dead dwarf over here is Owen. So this is Owen. This is the Owen from the Hobbit book, right? Owen and Glowin. This is Gimli's uncle. So this is the brother of Glowin, right? This is Owen. And he had the mithril axe that he found in this chamber and originally was fighting off and then was killed apparently a long time ago. I don't know, by orcs or something when they reclaimed Owen. LOTRO implies that Owen came with Balin to reclaim Moria, right? And this is the Iron Garrison many years later reclaiming it, who had succeeded. And then of course in the Fourth Age and the Return to Moria game, when you play that game, if it's already out, it's coming out whenever you're watching this video. That game is about Gimli and other dwarves going back to reclaim Moria too. But LOTRO is added in the lore that the Iron Garrison came back to reclaim Moria after, and I think that it's enough. It's not canon with what Tolkien said, but I would say that like the lore from LOTRO is like legend, right? It's like it makes sense. I think it has the right to be in the actual lore. It's really good. So anyway, Owen supposedly in the real lore from Tolkien came back with Balin and died. So they didn't say where he died. And if you remember, Ori also came back. And he's the one that was writing We Cannot Get Out, and he's holding the book dead in the movie, right? In Peter Jackson's adaptation, that dwarf holding the book, that is Ori, the little guy with the slingshot in the Hobbit movie, right? Or in the Hobbit book. So he's even got his pipe right there sticking out of his bag. It's still good. So yeah, it's like, it's a little bit sad, but at the same time, that is what they wanted to do. They wanted to reclaim Moria. So they were able to reclaim it for several months, and then there were too many orcs, and bad stuff happened, right? And the reason Balin came back with the company was because the Balrog was killed by Gandalf, so they thought, oh, we can retake it. Well, it was a little too much at that time. So, but the Iron Garrison takes it back, and then later Gimli comes back with a group of dwarves too to reclaim, and we do know that they do reclaim Khazad-dûm in the Fourth Age, the dwarves. That is a thing we know from Tolkien. So it matches up with the lore pretty well. So anyway, obviously Owen now that you know the story of what happened to this guy with the Watcher that grabbed Browen, that all happened. And Owen, which I think is actually a relative of Browen in the lore, even though Browen is a made-up character for Lord of the Rings Online, right? Is the one who got this Mithrax and fought off the Watcher with it. So that's where we're at. Little catch-up on lore and connecting the dots of the movie and the books and the real lore and LOTRO's lore and... All right, what LOTRO used that was real lore, what LOTRO added to make it make sense, that kind of stuff. This is the last time I will stand within the walls upon the flooded chambers. And then we just read this. Terrible beast at the pool of the bay. It is time to return the mithril axe to the place where I found it. Which I have borrowed Ziegelberg for long enough. I return it now to your keeping, Master Owen. He puts it back next to right where it was in his hand. May you keep it safe through the long years. Climb the rubble out of this chamber and tell Bori it is done, Zollin. What a nostalgic moment now that we know all the history, right? I'm gonna snap a little in-game shot there. Got it. All right. Yeah, man, this place is gorgeous. Look at this place. But we're gonna seal it up. All right, talk to Bori. So I gotta climb this rubble again. Get back out. Ugh. All right, Bori's right up here, so we'll talk to him real quick. This is a long LOTRO tale, but that's okay. We had to cover a big climactic subject today. I had to give you a little bit of history, because you know I like to do that. I like to give you guys a little bit of lore history, because I have a lore playlist on this channel too. Here's all the dwarves. Look it, we know all these names. These are all people we helped and worked with in the Iron Garrison. It's so cool. All right. So it is done then. It is good to know Ziegelberg will trouble the dwarves no more. Are you ready, Browen? I am. Seal the passage. Tink. I don't know why he's T-posing. Oh, there we go. They're gonna cave it in, I guess. Very well. There let it lie until the end of days. Let us return to the 21st Hall. We have done what we set out to do, Zollin. We have made the difficult choice the right one. It does make sense, because it would be something that, like, if it's a mithril axe. Do you know how expensive that would, like, how much that's worth? We know the mithril shirt that Bilbo has from Thorin was worth more than the value of the entire Shire, as in land and everything in it, right? Which is insane. We're talking a big area. We're talking like, I don't know, like 800 by 1,000 miles, or I'm going to translate that for Europe for, you know, the right thing for you guys, kilometers, but you can put that in it's Google, it'll show you. But that's huge. So that mithril axe inset with all those gems and gold, that thing's probably worth 5 times what that mithril shirt is worth. Like, because it's solid, like, mithril and gold. It wasn't just, like, it's, like, indestructible axe. So no wonder it's going to cause issues in fighting, right? So, anyway, side note. Maybe not 5 times the shirt, I don't know. But it's probably more material, more actual mithril than the shirt is. So, because it's solid. Gosh, it's crazy.
It is for the best, my friend.
It is for the best, my friend. I must thank you again, Zollin and Voice of the Rings. Abandoning such a precious and valuable weapon is not an easy thing, even for the dwarves from whom it has brought such grief. But it is for the best. Desire to possess items of such beauty and value has often led to our people down the path of misfortune. With your help, Browen and I have had the chance to turn aside from the path before it was too late. You know what else would be too late? You gotta subscribe. It's never too late to subscribe, guys. You should subscribe.
You must slay Gorothul and end his menace.
We're gonna save that quest opening for the next one. I will see you guys all in the next episodes.
You must slay Gorothul and end his menace.
Yes, I will double check that's not a skirmish quest, but we will accept that in the next one. We have gotten so far in this series. How exciting. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. I know this one's a little longer than usual, but sometimes you got to do that. If it's a good story, I don't want to cut it right in the middle. So got to find those right spots to cut the episodes. Thank you to my Patreons for their support. If you guys are interested, there's links down there to that stuff. Subscribe button's there. Next episode's up there. And over there is another playlist you can check out. Baruch Hazad, Kuzadai menu. Stay happy, my friends, and have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. And we will be back in the next episode. See ya.